Where do you see reading going in the next, decade in terms of electronics?
What I can say, I've been using ebooks since about 1998.
Yeah.
I've been taking a keen interest in it, but it's not hitherto been a commercial interest for publishers, because as of last year, the ebook market grew nearly 100% to 1.5% of turnover. However, all that is changing. I'm told that a major New York publisher's sales, ebooks jumped from 2% to 7% in the space of 2 months this year. They're now falling over themselves to actually do something about it and catch on. I believe that with decent quality displays on phones such as the Google Nexus 1 or the Apple iPhone 4, you can actually read comfortably on phones now, and there's no need to sell dedicated hardware readers like the Kindle or the Sony Reader if you can run a Kindle application on an iPhone, which we're now seeing. The result is that there are probably 100 million smartphones out there that you can read ebooks on.
Yeah.
Once the publishers get on board properly, it's going to take off very fast. And what it's going to do ultimately is it's going to eat the mass market paperback. It's not going to affect hardback and specialty and small press sales much, but casual reading, disposable literature, the stuff you buy in a bookstore to read on a plane or train, that's going to be eaten by it, because you can carry 30, 40 books around on your phone, no problem.
Yeah, but what about the e-ink displays that make it more comfortable to read?
They're a dead end.
Really?
They are a dead end. If you've used an e-ink display, they are not paper-like, they're like really poor wet newsprints. They're dark grey on light grey, and they are really slow at page turns. It takes a second to refresh the display, which is really irritating, especially if you bounce on the page forward button too often by mistake.
Right.
It takes you several seconds to get back to where you started. In contrast, we're now seeing a new generation of liquid crystal displays, which you can read reasonably well in sunlight, and which are incredibly vivid, gorgeous, and bright indoors, and do not flicker, do not have odd viewing angles. They're just as viewable as a glossy color magazine. Again, e-ink, a lot of it is sold on the basis of really long battery life, and you don't have to plug them in. But we're used to plugging our phones in every couple of days to recharge.